Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Indy and I'm a digital artist known as Do This by Indy on Instagram and TikTok. And today we're going to be talking about the businesses and ventures that I was really considering starting. If you didn't already know, I am a small business owner right now and I sell stickers and stationery on my Etsy shop. And the reason I went that route is because I love drawing, I love art, and I felt like if I were to start a business, the only way that it would be sustainable is if I really enjoyed what I was doing. I talk about it more in depth in this video. I'll put it here of why I started a sticker business. But today we're not going to be talking about my sticker business. Today we're going to talk about the other businesses that I really wanted to start. And to preface, I still think these are really good ideas and I may even want to start them in the future if I had the time and resources to do so. So not only are we going to be talking about these business opportunities, we're going to rate these businesses on 3 criteria. How easy is it to start? How profitable could it be? And how passive is this business? In other words, how much extra time will it take for me to sustain this business? So the first business that I really wanted to start was a wedding stationery business because I love weddings, and when I was thinking about businesses to start, I really thought about what do people buy in bulk of and what is something that I could make that is inexpensive. And my first thought was, okay, paper is not that expensive to make. But side note, now that I am a sticker maker, I know just how expensive paper can be. But if you look at some of the success of some of these wedding shops on Etsy, you'll see that some people sell their cards for between $60 to $100 per card, which is insane to me for a piece of paper that says like Mr. and Mrs. That's how much they're going to be selling to the customer. And while that's not every single card that is on Etsy, there are some cards that people sell for $1 each. But remember, weddings are usually bought in bulk because you're not just going to have one guest at your wedding. You're most likely going to have 100 or so guests at your wedding, so that $1 could be $100 for 100 guests, 100 invitations. So you're definitely most likely going to make $100 per sale. So how easy is it to start a wedding stationery business? So the majority of the products that are involved in this business are products like thank you cards, invitation cards, table cards, something that is very paper heavy. And we'll talk about the logistics in a bit, but what we're going to talk about is just the technicality of making the product itself. So from the looks of it, it just seems like a lot of fancy lettering on paper. And you can do this in one of 2 ways. You can either manually do it on paper and fax it onto your computer, do it on your Procreate, and then upload that lettering somewhere else to print out, or you can use a program called Canva, which is a platform where a lot of people go to make easy templates that are pre-built already. So you can make flyers, you can make YouTube banners, or Instagram stories. There's an endless amount of content on Canva where you can just easily make whatever your heart's desires. So the length of the time to create the design, it seems pretty minimal, but after you create the design, you have a few options in regards to how you can make that physical product come to life. You can either print it out you're at home by yourself with good paper, or you can outsource it and have a paper company print out your invitations, your table cards, things of that sort. So to recap, starting the business itself, it seems pretty simple to do as long as you have the design ready and have a process of how you would want to print out your designs. Okay, so next up we're going to be talking about profitability and how profitable this business is. So I decided to look into some paper printing companies and came across a company called Got Print, and they actually do sell wedding invitation cards or custom wedding invitation cards, and so the price of 100 cards came out to be $23.76. So that means if we were to price the product at $1 each and sell all 100 cards, we will make $100. But after accounting for the cost of it, we would still have a hefty amount of $76.24. So this business is definitely very profitable. Okay, so up next, how passive is this income? And again, this means just how easy is it to sustain this business without having too much extra work. I feel like once you draw your design out, whether it's on your tablet or on Canva, it's very easy for you to just save that one design and then use it across multiple different customers. And you may even have to do like 1 or 2 edits to make it personal for that specific customer, but I feel like the changes are very minimal once you sell the product. So again, once you make it, you can use it like a billion more times with other customers. Okay, so our next business is dog bandanas. So I got my dog a year and a half ago, and a year ago I feel like I started to buy a bunch of different bandanas. So I got the bandanas for all the holidays and I just went crazy. I got the Halloween, the Thanksgiving, and all of the holiday ones. So I felt like it was a really good business to start for all the dogs in my community. So how easy is it to start a dog bandana business? I feel like you can go up one of 2 routes. You can create your own designs and print those bandanas out, whether it's by yourself or you outsource your printing. Otherwise, I think you can also purchase already made printed fabric from either Amazon or an art store, and you can make bandanas yourself. And whatever route you take, I do feel like you have to sew a little bit in terms of having to sew the edges of the fabric so that they're not frayed and they don't look like they're incomplete. So overall, the process to make dog bandanas, I feel like it can be as simple or as complex as you would like. It's depending on whether you want to create the designs yourself or just simply purchasing the already made print. Next up, talking about profitability. So on Etsy, I feel like the average price of a single bandana is about $13, but how much does it cost to actually make the bandana itself? I'm going to go down the route of purchasing the already made fabric because I feel like as a new business owner of this new industry, I would want to make the process as simple as possible and getting as much product up on my shop as possible. So I looked into Amazon to see how much it costs to just purchase fabric in general, and it says that the cost of this bundle pack is about $18 for 4 sets of fabric. So that means each fabric costs about $4.50. And assuming that this fabric makes about 2 bandanas, the cost per bandana itself is about $2.25. So subtracting from the price of the bandana that we're selling, which is $13 minus $2.25, you make about $10.75 per bandana sold. And if you sell the $18 worth of fabric that you bought from Amazon, which is about 8 bandanas, you end up making a total of $104, which is a large profit of only having to spend $18 purchasing all the fabric. And in the end, you make about $86 after all the costs. How passive is this industry? So similar to the wedding stationery shops, once you have one design, it's very easy for you to sell that one design to multiple different customers without having to do extra work. You're very unlikely to have to constantly make new designs for these customers because I feel like once you have 1 or 2 designs per holiday, there's always going to be a new dog parent that's going to purchase the old designs. So you really just have to cater to these parents that have had bought all your products already and they're looking for something new for the next season. So in that case, that's when you will have to create new designs. But so sustainability wise, I feel like there's always going to be new parents and they're always going to buy your older design. So I feel like your business will always continue running as there's more dog parents that are coming into your shop. Okay, so the next idea is upcycling your old clothes and fabric to make products like a scrunchie. So this idea came about after cleaning my closet multiple times throughout the year and realizing I have a lot of old clothes that I don't really wear anymore and I don't know what to do with it, as they have little holes here and there or some tears on the edges. So I don't want to donate it to a friend or a thrift shop because it's a little bit broken. But they also have really nice quality fabric in them that I didn't want to just throw it away in the garbage. I definitely wanted to somehow reuse the fabric in some sort. And I really thought about making things like pencil cases, pillows, and of course scrunchies. I ended up with the idea of scrunchies because I felt like it used the least amount of fabric. You can yield a lot of scrunchies from a shirt, for example, and there is very minimal sewing involved to make scrunchies, so I felt like I want to go the route of the scrunchies. So how easy is it to start a business upcycling your clothes to make scrunchies? So for one, I feel like you definitely need to know how to sew, and fortunately, I feel like for a scrunchie, it is very simple to sew a scrunchie. You just need an elastic band and a sewing machine. You follow one pattern and it comes out the same each time you make it. So in terms of the technicalities of making a scrunchie, I feel like it's fairly simple. So I feel like as long as you have fabric, you can always start a scrunchie business. Looking at it from a profitability standpoint, I feel like the average shirt is about $30 to $40. And being a smaller person, I feel like an estimate on how many scrunchies you can make per shirt, I feel like I would be able to make about 10 scrunchies. On Etsy, the average price of a scrunchie is about $6 per scrunchie. So if I sold each of my 10 scrunchies for $6, I would end up with a total of $60, which is a profit of $20 to $30 in profit, depending on how much my t-shirt or shirt costs. Which I think is still a pretty good profit, $20 to $30 per scrunchie, as it's very minimal in the amount of effort to make these scrunchies. How passive is this business? I feel like it's a very manual business because you have to sew each one of these scrunchies. Plus, how often are you going to be recycling your clothes? I feel like for me, at least, I try to find clothes that will last me for years and years. I'm not constantly throwing away clothes. I feel like this business for me would not be sustainable because I feel like the whole point of this business is to reduce waste. And I feel like it doesn't make sense to constantly pull something from your closet just to make a scrunchie and just to keep this business running. I feel like that will just encourage me to constantly buy new clothes and having to throw away a perfectly good shirt when I don't necessarily have to. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed learning about the businesses that I would have loved to start. Comment below a business that you would have liked to start or are going to start. But until then, don't forget to subscribe and like this video.